You say that his reputation is tarnished. Let me just remind you, while legally he's acquitted, the act was committed. He didn't do something right. He did something very wrong.
Jesse.
Alright guys, was there a time you guys got so drunk that you guys don't remember how you got home or near home and then later found out how?
Never.
I also never.
But I think you all have a lot of stories, right?
I have.
I also never.
Yeah,
God, I always send you back.
I never find out how. But I just appear home.
No, sometimes not even at home.
Yeah.
So recently, right, I think like a month back or two, right, then we were like drinking, then we drink until like super late. Then around in the morning, is it 9 AM or something?
Something.
Yeah.
Around there lah.
Yeah, so I also drunk so KP stayed near me, then he sent me home.
Like always.
Yeah. So when he sent me home, right, I don't know, around like 3 plus 4 plus, I woke up. I'm not even at home, no. I'm at the block next to my block, the staircase, and I was just like lying flat at the staircase with all my belongings all like on the, like, all down the staircase and all.
It's some random level somewhere.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait. You were not in your block.
I was not in my block.
I dropped you off your block, you know, right?
I don't know.
And I saw you walk into the lift that you always take, you know, right?
I don't know.
So I really don't understand how did you not appear up.
I was at the next block, level 14. Then my things all around.
He must be thinking, KP must be pranking me. I need to
Cannot be, I sent him back.
I need to go back to my original block.
I don't even know what happened, I don't even know that he sent me back,
You know you made the uncle like super angry, right?
Really, man?
Because when you reach there, right, you black out. You refuse to move, you refuse to wake up. Like, I was literally slapping your face already. Like, serious. I was like, Joseph! Then I think 3 minutes later, right, the taxi uncle came out of the car. He opened his side of the door, say, "Can you wake up already? What are you doing?" Oh, straight away he just... then he walked out.
He needs the voice,
What the hell?
You forgot your phone and your mask, everything on the car. No?
Wow, it was so bad, And you know, right, I don't even think that I just like sit at the staircase and I slept, no. Because my belongings were everywhere, right? I think so I fell at the staircase. Like high chance.
What? Oh, see him. Jammer.
Wait, so you guys never ever gotten anything yet?
Never got so stoned that I couldn't find my way back.
I don't really like that kind of like
drunkenness.
Yeah, so I will like try to control I think the worst is still vomiting So I will vomit like a few times then go. But I never try to let myself land to that extreme. Yeah.
I see.
But majority of the time, right, even I got like blackout drunk, right. Let's say when you drop me at my place, right, I will like automatically
go back.
Instinct.
Yeah, but I don't know, that day is just weird. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna share with you guys about a case that happened in Singapore that might relate to this. So a Grab driver with the name of Tan Yu Sin picked up a 19-year-old girl at a bar, and at the time she was clearly drunk. So her friend sent her to the car and then just put her inside and then left. So she was alone for the ride, and then when the car reached her condo, she tried to enter the gate, but then she was drunk. Then the driver was actually behind her, because the driver, what he claimed was that he's scared that anything happened to her because she's alone and the girl, and it seems like she's fumbling and lost. So then after the numerous attempts, right, to open the door, right, she just squat down and cried. Yeah. I think something happened because in the car, right, she was already banging her head on the window and crying.
What?
Yeah, so I'm guessing something emotional happened . So then the taxi driver didn't know what to do. He brought her back into the car. Okay, then he went into the back seat also, beside her. Okay, so then the driver was beside the drunk lady.
I know where this is leading already.
No, haven't yet. Scouring around her bag, finding for her mobile phone to call for help, and her identity card to know that okay, this is confirmed is her apartment. Yeah. So after that, the next thing that he knows is he started kissing.
Sure, the next happened.
So they started kissing. So then they started kissing, and one thing led to another . So he tried to engage in sexual intercourse.
Oh damn! With a drunk girl.
Yes, a 19-year-old drunk girl.
Wow,
And the thing is,
shit.
okay, but it was a failed attempt. I don't know why . Yes. So after that, right, the girl then gave him oral sex.
Want me to stop your car while driving?
So then after that, then the because they were out in the open so the driver then drove her into a more secluded place to carry on with the sexual
Oh my
activities.
god, this fella. He really
Yeah.
taking advantage, eh?
Yes. So after that, then they carry on lah. They carry on for about 10 minutes. Then when he realized that the passion like dropping already. Yeah. So when he realized that the girl is like acting a bit weird already, then he's like, okay lah, actually there's no point continuing this already. So he drove her back to the condo, and then he drove off. So the lady there is still a bit blur lah. So she stumbled into the condo's toilet where she left all her belongings. And later on, at 4:45 a.m., she was woken up by a passerby driver
The driver.
at the outside of her condo street. So okay, so this is the thing. All the news article that I read, right, all say that this is a missing block in the story because she couldn't remember and there was no CCTV that can be found showing why she
condo
from
gate
her
CCTV?
condo toilet all the way out to a street nearby her condo.
There should be a condo gate CCTV.
I'm not sure because the report never say lah. Then
That's strange.
yeah, so there's this question mark in the entire story lah. That it's not filled up. But then she woke up right at the street outside her condo with her underwear and safety pants removed. Okay, so this was the case lah. Then Tan was brought to trial in court for one charge of attempted rape, sexual assault, and outrage of modesty. But it was then recently acquitted from all charges.
What?
So one count of all three.
One count
lah.
of all,
Okay.
now acquitted from all.
He was acquitted of outrage of modesty. He was acquitted of sexual assault.
And attempted rape.
Okay, the rape part, I understand maybe you can fight. But how is he acquitted of outrage
Because-
of modesty?
Okay, so then this is the grey line that a lot of people are talking about lah.
Okay,
Consent.
okay.
Because it seems that, okay, yeah, she's drunk, she's intoxicated, but all her actions and the CCTV footage that was found in the car shows that she is of certain consciousness to understand the nature and the consequences of what is happening.
Yeah.
And she gave him
Fellatio.
fellatio.
Yeah. So I think so, yeah, because the act of giving like a blowjob, right? You must be conscious to do it. I feel.
I
To do
don't.
it well.
So I mean like
I don't think so. As in, like, okay, see, when a girl is drunk, right, you can just do certain actions, but not necessary that you like approve of her. Maybe it's just that she's like she just do the gesture.
yeah,
Because
when you
But if you just do, then that is you're doing consensually.
yeah. If, unless he's like
It's
holding
not
your head
against
down
your
and what,
will,
right?
yeah.
Then yes, I feel it's forced. But if you just do right, then there is a certain consent given, what? Like you didn't like back out from it or what?
It's sad, but it seems that a lot of things is pointing to that the girl is conscious enough to give consent, but then she still went with the act. So one small details from the CCTV car footage, right, was the uncle putting down his pants and then saying that, oh shit, I can't put it in. And then there was a shuffle. There was a sound of shuffling of position. So and then the court said lah that for him to say this, it must he will feel that the reason why he said that is because he knows that the other person understands what is
It's
going on.
agreeable
Because if not,
lah.
then he won't say out, oh, I can't put it in. Or, I don't
So
know.
during this time, probably there's going to be some kind of audio recording, right?
Yes.
What did the lady say? What are the things that came out of her mouth? Any news reported on that?
No words came out from her.
So
So
this was
when-
probably submitted during discovery. Probably they went through it,
Mm.
they heard, and they realized she was able to give consent,
Mm.
and she gave consent.
Mm.
So the rape part, maybe acquitted is fine,
Mm.
but he cannot be scot free, no,
Yeah.
because whatever the situation was, this was a young drunk girl, and you took advantage of her, even if he was at that point of the act consensual. Because if he had just let her go in, none of this would have happened. He waited there, see, and then
It's like he has intention. No?
yeah, he had intention.
Then if like
Bring
that,
her
right,
back to the car and everything.
if he's now like the law don't punish him, right? Then everyone can have that kind of leeway already. Right? There's a
Exactly.
gray line that they can
So-
escape to.
Then there's this one thing that Tan accounted, okay?
Okay.
From Tan's account, he said that, remember when he moved to the back seat and helped her find, and then he ended up with the keys?
Mm.
During the keys, right, in his account, it felt very consented because he was touching Tan in a very...
So she initiated it, lah.
It was not counted, like
Okay.
he both of them cannot remember who initiated what, but she was also touching...
If the guy
Tan.
say he cannot remember who initiated, means probably he initiated.
Mm. But then the fact that the girl is also touching him in a arousing way and stuff like that. So this is a hard case to fight lah.
I feel this guy cannot be that scot free
Mm.
because if that happens, you're setting a precedence. If there's ever a drunk girl, it is not a problem trying, giving it a shot. Because if let's say you try and she's okay with it, fine. You just gotta...
Especially like a stranger or whatnot.
Yeah. It's not a good precedence to set.
Then like what you said, right? The court said that, but that's the thing, we must be fair to all situations, ma. So in a situation where, let's just say there is a fight that broke out, and this guy hit somebody, and he said that I was drunk, I didn't know what I was doing, but the fact that the action that he did, right, required certain cognitive functions to do. So this was also the case, ma. So we can't like, let's say, if we charge this case...
I understand where this is going. The problem is, if you committed the act, and it's a wrong act, it doesn't matter what state you were in when you committed. So you should still be at the brunt of the law. But if something was committed against you and you are in this state, let's assess it. Because I don't think it should be, the law should give a leeway for people who prey on drunk people.
Yeah, this is messed up. A lot of people is angry, but then they say that the lawyers, right, actually, they are not surprised that this was the outcome.
So basically, right, I read this news. It was reported that, right, Tan was married. And he preyed on such a young girl and drunk some more.
Yeah. So he also from what you said, after the entire thing, right, after he was acquitted, he said that he regretted for doing what he was doing And at the point of time, right after the act, he said that I don't know why I did that because I am now going back to my family. Like when he's driving back.
At the point of time, right, like if I'm the driver, right, I have to think about the consequences of my wife. I forget about it, I don't care about it, then I still like prey on this young driver, right? Wow, this guy is messed up,
I tell you, despite how messed up he is, right, there are netizens and people online, right, saying that they are sympathizing with Mr. Tan.
No way.
Because they are claiming that he will never be able to recover his reputation despite being acquitted of the charges.
No
my
way.
God.
I tell you, how are people so stupid? No.
Oh my god, all
And
these
I don't-
virtue signalers.
I don't understand. Normally this type of like rape cases, like they are easy to bounce and saying that what the hell is the uncle doing? It's just
Clearly
on the
it's
extreme end. You sympathize with the
Clearly you know
uncle.
that who is right, who is wrong. As in like not saying right or wrong, but it's like who is the real victim in a sense, no?
Okay, I think so these virtue signalers, right, they are those that like back up against those guys, right, that is a victim of the girls that cried rape.
Okay, firstly, what the hell reputation does this guy have? What the hell reputation does
He's
this guy
5-star bad review, what the fuck?
And secondly, right, you say that his reputation is tarnished. Let me just remind you, while legally he's acquitted, the act was committed. He didn't do something right. He did something very wrong. It's just that he didn't do something that can legally be accounted to rape.
Exactly.
He did something very wrong. If anything, his reputation has to go down even more now that he's been acquitted.
Alright guys, we have come to the end of today's episode. Comment down below what you think. If you think that the driver should be acquitted of all charges. See you guys in the next episode. Bye!